Okay, so 6-1, we're working on day 2 of it. We talked about yesterday. We're going to talk about this real quick again. I just said that. Okay, we're going to talk about that ambiguous case. What happens is when we have a side, and what that means, I hate when they do that. I would rather just a picture. If I give you this angle, and I have this side and this side, do I have a complete pair? No. Actually, sorry, I want this one. Do I have a complete pair now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I have a complete pair, so that lets me use law of sines. And if this angle is acute, what does that mean? Smaller than 90 degrees. We have to check if there's two angles that can happen, or two triangles that can happen. Now, what if I gave you this triangle? It was actually drawn correctly. I give you this angle, this side, and this side. The angle that I gave you is a what? Obtuse. This is an acute, right? And this is an obtuse. So would I have to check for a possibility of another angle there?
I guess not.
How many obtuse angles can I have in one triangle? One. So if I already gave you the one, that's it. So the rule is if you have a complete pair, you're given one angle, you have a complete pair, and your angle is acute, you have to check for another triangle. And that's right here. If it is acute, there are 4 possibilities. You have one triangle. You have no triangles. I don't know where they have 2. Anyway, don't worry about it. You have one triangle, you have no triangles, or you have 2. Now, they have the rules if H is less than A, which is less than B. Those are all the rules. That's what makes each one of these scenarios happen. But are you going to remember those rules? No. So if you have a complete pair, you're only given one angle, and the angle is what? Acute. So I can use the law of sines. I only give him one angle, and that angle is acute. And I spelled it totally wrong, but oh well.
What is the curvy line doing? Why is it there?
What? That's the angle that I gave you. That's the theta. Is that better? Okay. Then you have to check. What?
In the other
Oh, from a compass. Like here, your compass point would be here, and you'd measure. When you construct a triangle, you have a side, you adjust your compass, like you adjust your compass, your side length, you put it here. And so if the side length I had doesn't intersect the bottom, then there's no triangle. If my side I have intersects my triangle, my other leg, sorry, I have a triangle to that point. When you did constructions of triangles in geometry?
No.
Maybe.
No.
Okay, well, that's how you construct a triangle. You have an angle, you construct this angle, and you'll have this side length, and then from that side length you have to make an arc. Have you ever used a compass? Did you use a compass in there?
In art, yeah.
In art. So like say the side length was 5 inches, so you just open it up. Almost 5 inches. And then you would just draw an arc. And if it hit the bottom line, it's a triangle. If it didn't hit the bottom line, it's not a triangle. So when on this one, so if I open my arc, my side length, I hit my bottom line, my base, I hit it once and what? Twice?
Yeah.
And again, so it makes 2 triangles. Here my side length didn't hit my base. Here it only hit it once. And here it only hit it once. Okay, so yesterday we started this example and I said I only wanted to do the angle. And I did the angle to review that. So when I can use law signs, I always have to. Yes, Selena?
It says if A is acute. Does that matter?
If the angle that you were given is acute,
Okay.
you have to check for a second triangle.
Well, this one is not acute, so
No. This one is not acute.
there's no.
So we should have kept going yesterday with it, but that's okay. We only did. On this one, I can use law signs. I'm only given one angle, but is the angle acute?
Yeah.
No. So there is only possible one triangle. So like I said on your test, I'm going to have lines for 2 triangles. If there's not an extra triangle, you don't have to put anything on there if you don't want, or you can just cross them out. It doesn't matter. But I put them on every one because you need to know when there is or isn't. So I have angle B, which is approximately 36.2. So what do you guys want to find next?
We wanna find
Angle C.
Angle C.
And you almost have to find angle C, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so angle C is going to equal 180 minus 120 plus 36.2.
So 180 minus 156.2.
Mm-hmm. I get 123.8. Is that what you guys got?
Yeah, 23.
You got 23.8.
Oh, yeah, the one, yes. Thank you. I just disregarded it. So 23.8?
Degrees.
Wouldn't it be 28 approximately?
Yeah. That's what I was just. Okay, so now, what do I find next?
C. Side C.
Side C.
So
So in this case, do I have to use something I found to find side C?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, use what you're given unless you have to use what you found. So I have C over sine of
Sine of
23.8. Now, you should only be using A.
So 22.
Do you know the sine of 120?
Yeah.
Should you know the sine of 120?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so C equals 22 sine of 23.8 over square root of 2 over 2, right?
No.
No.
No. Yes.
No.
No.
Square root of 3 over.
3, yes. Sorry, I said 2. I was about to write a 3. So then I multiply by the what?
By the reciprocal.
So 22 times 2 is
22 times 2 is 44.
44. So 44 sine of 23.8 over square root of 3. Now, if I wasn't going to use a calculator, I'd have to rationalize and everything else, right?
But we are.
But we are going to use a calculator. Rationalizing wouldn't be hard, though. It would be 44 square root of 3, right?
Yeah.
Ten point three.
You guys agree with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got, what, centimeters?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay. So, I am not going to tell you this. I got these notes from somewhere. I am not going to give you this statement right here because I didn't address them. Why those statements, did I? I said, draw your picture and make a decision. So, first thing I do is always what?
Draw a picture.
Draw a picture. Draw a picture of a palm tree and a nice sunset.
He doesn't have to live it in 10 years.
Yep.
Her? Austin's gonna follow.
No, stop.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so 40, 12, and 15, right? So you don't know what law cosines is yet, but can I use the law signs?
No. Wait.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
one pair.
I have one complete pair, Okay, so that's my first thing. I'm only given how many angles? One. And that one is what?
Acute.
Acute. So do I need to check for a second triangle?
Yeah.
Yes. So right now, I know that I'm going to have to divide my paper in half. And I put a triangle 1, really high-tech labeling. And I put a triangle 2. Would you guys like me to do 1 and 2 in different colors? Okay. And any time I use triangle 1 stuff, I'll put it in red. We'll do that. And maybe that will help see. Okay, so the only thing I can do right at this point is what?
Find angle.
Angle B.
Angle B. That is it. Why is that the only thing I could do?
We don't have anything at C.
Because we don't have anything at C. We don't have anything of that. So I know it's going to be sine of B over 15 and sine of 40 over 12. So I'm going to have to take the inverse sine. Why do I have to take the inverse?
Because you're finding a degree.
Because you're finding an angle of 15 sine of 40. Can I reduce the 15 and the 12 to 5 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay, because that will bother me if I don't. So it would be 4, how about 5? 3 goes into 15 5 times, correct? 5 sine of 40 over 4. And you're going to put that in your calculator. Kendra, I want to check on you. How would you get? Okay.
53.5.
Yes, we got you fixed. So 53.5 degrees.
I did not get that.
Well, what'd you do wrong?
I don't know.
You should have that.
That's what I have.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good? Now at this point, I stop on triangle 1. Because when I have sine is positive in what 2 quadrants?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. So this could be 53, right?
Yeah.
But it also could be 53, and it also could be 126 because sine is positive in the fourth and the first and the second, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So we don't really know which one it is, do we? So what we do from right here at this step, we go over here. And we take, we're going to call it B prime, because that's for the second triangle. How did I get 126.5 from 53.5?
You subtracted it from 180.
I subtracted, because this right here should be 53, shouldn't it? So my work is 180 minus 53.5. Which is equal to, and since we already rounded over there and I'm not rounding again, I'm going to put equal to 126.5. Now, we stay over on triangle 2 and finish it and then go back. So, I have everything that is in this triangle is set,
Now we need to find.
but we're going to use what is in green. Everything we are given does not change. Does that make sense to everyone? That given has to be given in both triangles. So if I have angle A already, and I have B prime, how am I going to find C prime?
Well, find C on the other side.
No, we're staying here. I have A,
180 minus 126.
180 minus 126.5 plus what? 40?
40.
Because 40 was given, it's given for both. So it's 166.5? 13.5. So at this point, as long as this is bigger than 0, is this a second triangle?
Yeah.
Yes. If this does not come out, if when I add these two right here and I get something bigger than 180, is this going to be a triangle?
No.
No. So if I got 184, all you do is put no second triangle and come back and finish. But is this a second triangle? Yes. So I found B prime, C prime. Now what do I need to find? Oh, no. A is 40. I got 40 degrees.
Find the side.
I have to find side C. It's the only thing I have left to find. And so we're going to call it little c prime. I know. You just got to make sure one's bigger, one's smaller. Maybe I should have done this. How about that? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to put C prime over sine of what?
13.5.
13.5. Now here's where it is important to use only what you're given. What does my other ratio have to be?
40 and sine of 40.
12 over sine of 40. Now I know some of you are looking at me going, why does she have to tell me this? Because I do. Because some people are not going to. So it's going to equal 12 sine of 13.5 over sine of 40. And make sure you guys are leaving room because we're going to go back once you learn area and we're going to find the areas of all these triangles. So 12 sine of 13.5. You guys agree with him?
4.4 cm.
Okay. So it's approximately 4.4 centimeters. So now I've finished my triangle 2. I'm going to go back
Do triangle.
and make triangle 1.
I still don't understand why you chose triangle.
Triangle C.
Okay. Do you understand that sine is positive in the first and the second quadrant?
Yeah.
Yes. So this answer right here, this value for sine right here could happen either in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant. Just like sine is 1/2 at 30, it is also 1/2 at 150. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I come back to the first triangle. I found angle B. I now need to find what? Angle C.
So that would be 180.
So 180 minus 40 plus.
53.5.
Why do I want to put the decimal in the wrong place all day?
93.5.
So 180 minus 90. And I always 93.5, add that up first. That habit came from over here checking whether it's even a second triangle. So what do you get?
86.5.
Okay, so 86.5. And now we have to find what?
C.
C. Side C. So C over sine of
36.5
Equals
plus 12
12
for
over
sine 40.
So I get 12 sine of 86.5 divided by sine of 40. And you should get approximately 18.6. We aren't gonna have time to finish another one, but, I wanted to show you the back too. So, the back one, if you look at the top, here's my picture. I have law signs given an acute angle, yes?
Yes.
So I went through and I found B. Okay, so it's 23.6. So then I brought it over here and I found 156.4. So on angle C, I have 180 minus 30 plus 156.4, but this equals what?
186.
Over
186, it's over 180. So at this point, there's no second triangle because A plus B prime is greater than 180. See how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, now the next one, I drew my picture. I could use law of sines, yes. I go and I get sine of B equals 8/7. Wait a second here. What's wrong with that?
It's greater than 1.
It's greater than 1. So there's no triangle because 8/7 is greater than 1 and out of the range of sine. So you are going to run into some that have no second triangle today, no triangle at all, or two triangles.
So if there's not one,
If there's not one, there's no second one. You're done.